Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing just a review on SmackDown. I might post this on Sunday because I was lazy Friday. My Red Bull did not even help me, so I'm recording this on Saturday. So we're just doing the SmackDown review and then it's probably going to be posted Sunday. Today we're going to be talking about whatever just happened on SmackDown. There's a lot of little things here and there. First and foremost, we're gonna have first and foremost, we're gonna have a whole shtick about Mr. Cody Rhodes. Cody's talking about how he's acknowledging there's people on Twitter that say that Cody's black, or technically they give him like a black name. I think it might be that Raheem. I'm not too sure. And he's now angry at Drew. Of course, he's beating up Drew. Drew didn't even get a talk, to be honest. Loki kind of sad. He didn't even get to talk until the end. Um, but lo and behold, Mr. Cody's all like, I'm, for me, I'm taking his little promo as if he's done being the nice guy and he's ready to be like just a hardcore maniac, angry Cody. I liked having Cody as a champion. However, I do miss having a bad guy as a champion. Seth Rollins was there to fill the hole for that bad guy being champion. However, now he's gone. So now it's Drew McIntyre. And like I said, I love Drew McIntyre. He's pretty fine. And I don't mind him being champion, but it just sucks that he was getting beaten up technically this entire SmackDown. Tag team of Rhea going against Kiana and Julia. I don't know if anyone else seen this from a mile away. They were not gonna give up those tag titles or even have a loss to Kiana and Julia. I really don't know what to say about this match, you guys. The Charlotte was going crazy. The Charlotte crowd was a 10 out of 10. They were so amazing, especially during the women's matches. They're pretty dope. Of course, in the beginning of the match, we have Io getting beat up by Kiana and Julia. They were doing their thing. I am so amazed by Kiana James, you guys. I think she could be another Tiffany Stratton. She's just so beauty. Her body is tea, you guys. Her body's pretty amazing. I don't know if anyone else clocked that or not, but I always enjoy a Julia and Io moment. However, then we have people saying that they want Rhea. Rhea's trying to get a tag to save Io. She gets a tag. Rhea's going ham on both Julia and Kiana. The bump that Io took towards Julia was kind of crazy because it was about to look like Julia wasn't going to catch her. And then I thought maybe Io could have hit her like front face into the concrete. Mr. Referee has some gloves on. I'm like, oh my god, huh? Who's bleeding? It better not be anyone like any crazy thing. I thought maybe someone's bleeding from their face, but I think Julia was bleeding from her ear. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. What I also thought was kind of crazy, you guys, is you have a champion, Julia. Julia's taking the pin, so maybe it has me thinking that they're gonna maybe start building up Kiana. I'm not sure. But I'm just shocked because, like, why you're gonna let your champion take the pin? I thought you were trying to build her up. I don't know. But congrats to Rio coming out on top. I did not ever believe that they weren't going to be on top. Starting to think after seeing the WWE Unreal Netflix stuff, it has me thinking, cuz they're like everything's pre-calculated, everything is like there's a whole storyline, everything's connected all together. And then it's just you go back to when they were thinking about, oh, you give the belt to Chelsea, who she's gonna defend. And they were like, I don't know. And you guys said everything was the storyline was plotted in advance, but your next thing was I don't know when it came to Chelsea. So it has me thinking maybe there are certain belts or superstars where they really do plan far ahead for them. But for example, if they don't want a belt having like a lot of attention, perhaps they give that belt to a superstar and just not have them defend it so people forget about it in reality until there's a superstar they think that they can build, or maybe they want to start shining a light on that belt. Then they're going to have that person lose, and all of a sudden there's going to be more attention on that belt. So it kind of has me thinking maybe they kind of gave that belt to Julia kind of for people to forget about it or really forget that she was like champion. I just feel like it makes me so mad when it comes to these instances on these belts, because like, why are you gonna give somebody a belt when they're not gonna defend it? Kind of same thing with Jade. However, I don't know. I think it's so crazy when Jade has gotten the belt. People a lot, people on Twitter or anything do tend to bash Jade, and it's like it's not the superstar's fault. You can blame Triple H, you can blame TKO, you can blame these people doing these storylines, and it's just it kind of low key kind of makes me mad when people want to try talking smack about someone's reign for not having like title defenses in having title defenses in reality, even though it's not the superstar's fault. It's the person who's making that storyline, who's planning everything else. Like, F the bald headed man, you know what I'm saying? F the people that are losing their hair. The hairline is getting gone. F those old mofos. Then we have Carmelo Hayes, Mr. He Is Him, defending against Miz. I kind of forgot Miz's name for a second. I believe they've had a match already before. And it's just crazy, you know? Because at first, Miz was kind of, he beat Carmelo like, I'm the one that taught you. And then all of a sudden, now Carmelo's into stardom. He beats Miz. And I just think it is so amazing the way that Carmelo got out of Miz's finishing move with that roll. I absolutely did not expect that. That was fantastic. Carmelo Hayes was is Carmelo Hayes is going to continually be him. I love myself some Carmelo Hayes. I do think the new entrance of how he walks, and then as he walks into the him, it's kind of like gold reflection on him. That was amazing. I love me some Carmelo Hayes, y'all. That boy got so much potential. I do kind of wish that they're gonna stop with this open challenge stuff and kind of give him his first actual feud, because him and his Andrade, the like whole matches that they had, like they were really good. I know a lot of people did get tired of those matches, but him and Andrade did cook back then when they did have their feud, and I just can't wait to see Carmelo's first official feud instead of that whole open challenge, you know. I think it's kind of time to put it down and bring someone in. Then we have the women's qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. You got Tiffany Stratton, Lash Legend, Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green. And of course, Naya is there to help Lash, and then Alba's there to help Chelsea. You guys, I feel like in this match card, when you put someone like Chelsea Green against Lash and Tiffany, from a first glance, you can see who's gonna win and who's not. Within the match, they did a really good job of having us like, oh, Chelsea might win. However, she didn't, and it was Tiffany instead. In this match, they really did a fantastic and amazing job of having Lash look like a powerhouse. That girl was wrecking both Chelsea and Tiffany. individually, and then at the same time she carried both of those girls, and it was kind of, I don't know. I did also it was also kind of crazy because during that time I had said, oh my gosh, they have kind of Naya there just to catch everybody, and she did mostly end up catching like Tiffany and Chelsea. I do think it was pretty amazing. I did really like the fact that Chelsea did have like a high flying moon. She took out everybody. Everybody was getting knocked out. Then it was her against Tiffany. And I was like, ooh, maybe they might actually do this together. But Tiffany ended up having the upper hand and winning. However, when it did come down to Tiffany and Chelsea, Tiffany ended up taking the win. Tiffany did also have some crazy moves that I have not seen her display before. And I just think kind of in this match, there was not really any like ring rust from her as far as for what I thought, which was pretty amazing. I don't know, maybe if I might have gotten a nip slip on there. But I feel like if there was a nip slip, we would have gotten a black screen. But I don't know. I just feel like I might have saw the nip slip. For me personally, I'm just hoping now that Tiffany's back in these matches, I hope there's no nip slips that are gonna be happening in the future. So let's have our fingers crossed. This match, I really did love Chelsea and Lash in this match. There were some crazy spots. We're also gonna give our props to Tiffany because we don't want to be a hater. But this is all I'm just gonna say. I would like to say, because I did put out a tweet, but I'm not really like active on Twitter. When it comes to Chelsea Green and that whole WWE Unreal, it was kind of crazy for Michael Hayes to say Chelsea Green is not someone that can be a Tiffany Stratton or a Charlotte Flair. She's not built to be that, nor can she be that. That Loki kind of made me angry because it's just the simple mindness of, I understand you have a superstar that is kind of built to make other superstars get put over and look great. However, you should not be saying she's not built to be, nor can she be built to be someone like that. It's crazy to me when you want to give someone a rocket in WWE like Mr. Yeet. You give him the rocket, you push him over by giving him so many stuff. But yet, when it comes to Miss Chelsea Green, you're not going to do it because she's not built to be like that. Which I think is kind of absurd because Chelsea has had that nasty ladder fall. And I believe it was in the Money in the Bank. People barely getting on these rosters. You want to build them up as a character. When it's Chelsea Green, you don't want to build her up as a character. Or you could have these things where they have these girls or guys, superstars, take time off. When they come back, they come out either with a new shtick, new and improved. I don't know why they can't do this for Chelsea Green. Overall, you guys, I do think when it came to the WWE and Raw, it makes me so happy seeing all these videos that are calling out Michael Hayes. And then you have Miss Chelsea Green on the internet herself. Because it's crazy. I don't understand how you're going to make that comparison with Chelsea Green. Miss Chelsea Green literally had a match with Penta on Lucha Underground, taking these spots, doing crazy things, taking his chest chops. She was doing all of that. And you say she can't be built like that, nor can she be. She can be. It's just you guys don't want to give her the opportunity to do stuff like that. You, after that women's match, you got Mr. Kit Wilson coming out doing his promos. He was cooking in the beginning, but I do feel like he did run out of things to say towards the end, and then I just thought that it was so ugh, why are we seeing Kit Wilson dance and then he's holding the mic up to his face so we can hear him heavy breathing? And I don't know, maybe he was groaning a little bit after he was just talking about the men being disgusting in the Royal Rumble. And then he's just like, "Oh, I'm calling out to anyone who was in that rumble." Da-da-da-da. Lo and behold, there's Mr. Femi. You guys, I love Femi so much. He is going to be my favorite WWE superstar ever. I just want to know what the brand he's going to so we can just all tune in and watch. So Femi obviously stepped to the plate. And honestly, you guys, on Twitter, I learned that I'm an Oba feminist. I don't mind being an Oba feminist. When Oba was walking towards the ring, I love how everybody's like doing his Oba chants. He even got me doing that. I just can't wait to see like what are we gonna do with Oba? Like what else are you gonna give him? Obviously he destroys Kilt Wilson. Kilt Wilson did take a beating from Oba. I'm not mad about it. I want to see who else Oba's next target's gonna be, because that man has been destroying everybody that he's been coming into contact with. Have Mr. R-Truth and Damien watching Oba. R-Truth spit out some facts. Then they kind of just run into a Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre goes out. He looks like he's gonna talk to everybody. That man has been having a rough SmackDown. I was like, oh, Drew McIntyre's probably gonna defend himself and probably cut his promo already. But during when he was coming out, I said to myself, I'm like, oh, I doubt he's gonna say anything because Cody just whooped him. Then we got Mr. Pop 2 down here doing his thing. He's probably gonna come out and get himself too. I was not wrong. Fatu, Jacob Fatu came out, beat up Drew McIntyre. I'm like, okay, maybe Drew McIntyre's gonna, stand his ground. But unfortunately, he got his belt and then he walked away. So I'm like, oh, what the heck? Drew, what are we doing? Of the night, we do get Drew McIntyre cutting his promo. For me, I don't know. I just thought maybe he was gonna declare like a war against the Raw brand and all the superstars were gonna do that. But he was kind of defending himself and defending his title. I don't think his shots were as heavy compared to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I think his promo was decent. I think maybe it would have been a little bit better if he took a couple of jabs at Roman and Punk. But unfortunately, he didn't. Encourages SmackDown superstars to put up their potential to be the best. And lo and behold, we get a whoop that trick incoming. Drew McIntyre told him, hold up. Don't get ahead of yourself. So I'm getting kind of more interested into this feud, maybe that they're going to start building. However, I do think it was correct on what Drew McIntyre said. Because Trick hasn't gone through the whole roster just yet to be a top dog. Maybe they're going to put a rocket on him so he can. But Drew McIntyre definitely does need a feud in the meantime or something because he's just getting beat by Cody and Jacob at the same time. And I think he just needs to come back on top and make himself seem strong again. The tag team match, Liv Morgan and Raquel against Jade Cargill and Jordan Grace. Interesting. The promos was promoing. Jade was seeming rude as heck to both Liv and Raquel. And then pretty much Jordan comes in like, hey Liv, you're putting your attention all on Jade, you might go against me. And then Liv's not taking it seriously. But at the end, both Jade and Jordan are like, shut up. Like, okay. And then not again when it had me like, oh, was Jade being like, if you pick me, Liv, at WrestleMania, I'm gonna beat that. Okay, as you should, queen. I just love Jade Cargo. Jade, like I said, even though you got a lot of people talking crap about her on Twitter, I just think her outfits are amazing. Her body is tea. Her face card never declines. Her hair is always amazing. Like, Jade Cargo to me is the most beautiful woman that I have ever seen. She's like a Marvel superhero. Like, I'm just so in awe every time I see her. When it comes to Jade and Jordan going against each other, hopefully they'll put those Twitter haters to rest, and finally Jade can show her, or show everybody, why she's a big dog of SmackDown. It was kind of crazy that Jordan did all the work and was the one to pin Raquel, and then you have a whole Jade hitting Jordan before that pin. And then Raquel's like, oh my god. And then Raquel ends up hitting Liv. Same thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is this the start of Liv and Raquel beefing and possibly getting broken up? Because towards the end, they were looking at each other kind of crazy. Like, you can tell Raquel looked like she was sorry, and then Liz kind of just side eyeing her. Like, she's just looking so furious for Raquel. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen on Monday, because they didn't even get to address the elephant in the room, and then now they have to address what just happened on SmackDown. And it's going to be so crazy if Liv and Raquel do fight each other. SmackDown was a banger, the crowd was a banger. And I definitely can't wait to see what the heck is gonna happen on Monday Night Raw when it comes to Judgment Day, and what else is next for Rio. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully I can catch you guys on my next video for Monday Night Raw. Let me know what you guys thought, what you guys like, what you didn't like of the SmackDown. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. A good day or night wherever y'all are. Bye bye.